All right, I got a question for you. Did God give me Parkinson's disease? Sounds pretty straightforward. Of course, I think most rational people would say no, it doesn't work that way. Um, but that was not how I was raised. I was raised to believe that God is kind of maybe not a giant combat boot in the sky, but when you do something that displeases him, or more importantly, displeases the people that claim to speak for him, then either you're going to be judged directly, or you're opening yourself up. You're basically taking God's protection off you, and that's when you're going to be struck with something that's just not. I mean, I'm not a theologian. I've got my opinions about religion, which I'm not going to get to here, but it's just a very simplistic way of looking at things. Like, for instance, growing up, if somebody got cancer, I was kind of taught, well, they were bitter their whole lives, bitter and angry, and certainly that doesn't help your health. But to say that you got cancer because you were unhappy with your life or something, it's not productive. It doesn't help. We all know good people, bad things happen to good people. Good things happen to bad people. It's a roll of the dice sometimes. I'm not an angel, nor am I the devil, contrary to popular belief in certain circles. But life just happens, man. Life just happens. It doesn't really matter who you are. I mean, Parkinson's happened to me while I was just living my life. I'm just a guy living my life that got sick. Now, in another video, I'm going to talk about some of the other reasons that you can get sick, like environmental factors and genetics and things like that. But this, I felt like I wanted to just take a little time out of my day, because, I mean, honestly, I've had people kind of roundabout tell me or say to me, well, maybe you didn't do the right thing, or maybe you screwed up somehow, and this is... Like I said, nobody will really say that to you directly, but growing up with those types of people, I understand how the thought process is, and they would never tell people that were sick, you got sick because you were bitter or angry, or equating like having emotional problems with intentionally shooting yourself up with heroin. That, I mean, you're definitely asking for trouble by doing that, but just living your life and you get sick, it's kind of harsh and kind of very judgmental to say, even privately. Well, old Jeremy got sick because he didn't do the right thing by God, or my opinion of what he should have done. And I'm going to leave you with two examples actually, of two separate people on the opposite ends of the spectrum that got Parkinson's disease. On the good side, on the right side, we got Billy Graham. I don't think you could find, you'd have to really dig for anybody to find anything negative to say about Billy Graham. He lived by his code, agree with it, disagree with it, but he lived his life and was very transparent and by all accounts a very good, upstanding man. But Billy Graham on the right, one of the most evil, probably the most evil person to ever live on the face of planet Earth, Adolf Hitler, had Parkinson's when he died. So go figure. Billy Graham, Adolf Hitler, both got PD. I don't think you can really argue that case there. But I just want to give you a little food for thought. Hopefully got your wheels turned in your brain. And subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a little button over here. You can subscribe, get updates. And I'm going to put a little recommended video over on this side over here, so you can check out more of goodness from Jeremy McDonald. Peace and love from St. Louis.